Something that I just noticed recently, and it's not any like crazy finding in the world or anything like that, but I'm in a few Liverpool group chats on WhatsApp, just speaking about Liverpool, sharing opinions, different things like that. And I'm in one particular group chat that's quite negative. That's very negative. And trust me, there's definitely reasons to be negative around Liverpool Football Club in this moment in time. But something I realized, and like I said, it's not a revelation, but it's just like, it just shows we have to be so careful of kind of the environment that we're in and the discussions around us, because just being in that group chat has brought just negative energy every single day that I look in that group chat. And there's many times, trust me, I don't look at that group chat, but just going there always kind of, I think, makes me think more negatively about the situation when, again, I don't think that's needed given times are already tough. And it just makes you think in life, it's so important who you surround yourself by, who you follow, what it's just a number of things that you look at in your day can really impact, even if, for example, the things they're saying in their group chat are things that I feel far removed from, just saying some nasty things and always looking for the negative things, for example, in slot press conferences. And there's, again, things to be negative about. I'm not going to be in denial over that, but it just makes me think. And when I reflect, I'm just like, wow, I really got to be careful. I like in terms of what you consume, and this is obviously just around Liverpool football. It could be the news that you consume, the music that you consume, every single thing that we consume in our lives, like has so much more impact, I think, than we like to believe. Because I really think I'm a positive person in terms of I've I guess I've trained my brain to think in a positive way. That's just how I am with everything in life. And I think life is like, I truly wake up many days and I think life is a miracle just to be healthy. I think about that all the time, like to be able to go on walks and have my brain functioning and all these things that I never want to take for granted. Like that's my way of seeing the world, always glass half full, not half empty, half full. And yet, like, again, I'm in this one Liverpool group chat recently and I've noticed it's just brought like kind of the bad side of what my thoughts could be because of the way they speak about every single situation. And again, I'm not like, I don't want to be, I don't ever want, the for example, the Leo's Goals channel to be this channel where it's just positivity all the time. And I don't say it how it is. Like, obviously I'm more positive, I think, than most channels. But I also am absolutely not happy with what's happening right now. I'm not happy with the way Slot isn't trusting the youth, for example. I saw an interview today of Tyler Morton speaking about how he didn't feel trusted by Slot. I really don't like that. I really don't, because, I think we should be trusting the youth. And especially in moments of crises like this, where it's hard to see a shining light. I would love to see Rio getting more minutes. It's things like that I feel really strongly about, that you could say are negative. But again, it's also about having respect and saying things in, again, a non-nasty way. And I just feel like online, so many people, and especially on social media, so many people are nasty in the way they go about things. Obviously, it's so much easier when you don't know the people personally, so you can just say whatever you want. And I don't think a lot of the things people say, they would say it to their face. If you were just confronting Slaughter, you were confronting Cody Gakpo or whatever it may be. But I just wanted to make this video for you guys also to tell me if you look out for that in terms of this things that you consume, how much you see it impacts your brain and your day and the way you see things. And that's why, again, like when I kind of observe, and that this is why I'm so glad that I reflect a lot and I write and everything else. Like when I observe the way I come out of that group chat, literally just specifically this group chat, it really makes me think again that I believe it is so important for the channel that I do have on Leo's Goals and the community, you guys, the incredible community you guys are around it, that make it breathe, for it to remain positive. I am so clear and passionate about that, because like I said, I see what the other side is and it's grim. It is. And there's so many content creators out there that I've observed that try to go for the nasty side of things, try to be, bring out abuse, try to like strike beef, for example, with fellow content creators, or beef with certain things because it's better for clicks, because it gets more attention, or because, I don't know, it evokes emotion in people, but I think the wrong emotions. And I just think it's so sad that within our own fan base we see that. But it's just crazy for me because I do think I'm always so cognizant of the environment I put myself in, and I'm so careful of that, and I always have been. And especially with friendships, for example, like I had friendships where people brought me down, and I'm no longer in some of those friendships, you know. So it's just like being so aware of your environment. And I just wanted to make this video again because this group chat it's relatively new, in terms of when I got involved in this group chat, and it's just made me realize, wow, like we got to be careful of the things that we read, watch, everything else, because no matter, you know, I'm a full grown adult, you know what I mean? No matter our age, I think we can really be impacted by those things, you know. And I think COVID, you got to really see how, especially news wise, people can be brainwashed with certain news, and now with AI as well, like the amount of things I see online now where I can't differentiate whether it's real or not. It's just unbelievable. Even music. I read this crazy thing the other day that there's this artist that's like blowing up and making so much money for this agency, and a lot of people apparently were asking like, when can I see her in person, this and that, and they people eventually learned that it was just an AI person, like a fake name and everything else, but the music was doing so well, so whoever made that AI music and created that character was making a ton of music, just like now there's AI influencers and all that stuff. But it's just to say, like, more and more I think we have to be so careful of what we consume and reflect on what we consume, because me, for example, I know I just want to look at that chat less and less and maybe get out of it because of the way it makes me feel, you know. It does. And I think all of us have like different sides to our brain, and I can, even me, I can bring out a negative side, and I can be so down about the situation, but again, I don't think that helps anybody. I really don't, you know. Just like, you know, I see some people online, whenever I've been kind of positive the next day, or I've been smiling the next day after a Liverpool loss, people are like, how can you be happy when this and that? It's like, bro, if I'm gonna let Liverpool ruin a day, again, the way I see the world is, a day for me is a miracle to be healthy in this world. If I'm gonna let outer things control my life, or even things, yeah, outer things that are happening, just like missing a train, or just different things that happen in our lives that we might not like, the way we respond to it for me is everything. And like I said, I can't let outer things like that ruin a day, which I think we have to treat as a miracle, because how many days do we have in this world where we're fully healthy? You know what I mean? I think it's never something to take for granted. So anyways, that's just something that was on my mind today that I want to share with you guys, and I want you to let me know if you also look out for those things and if you notice it in your own lives, because yeah, this is relatively new that I got in this group chat, and I think I'm going to be leaving it very soon. But anyways, let me know in the comments if you can relate, if you see what I'm saying, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a beautiful rest of your day. You'll never walk alone. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, guys.